Good morning, 7th class. See the picture carefully. Yes. Whose picture is this? Yes, right. It's the picture of our national animal, tiger. And tiger is known for its speed, its strength. And now this tiger, see, I think he is sleeping, looking very lazy. Don't you think so? Yes, of course. The tiger is sleeping and taking rest. See the color, yellow, golden yellow, looking very beautiful, and stripes on its body, isn't it? Looking very beautiful. Now see one more picture. See this also. The tiger is sneezing, snoring, and sleeping. Means the tiger is lazy. So today we are going to start the poem Scratching the Tiger's Back. Scratching the tiger's back. You also ask your mother many times to scratch your back, isn't it? Yes, of course you ask your mother. Because you feel very happy at that time, very relaxed. So the tiger is also saying that come and scratch my back. Scratching the tiger's back. So can anyone dare to go to tiger and scratch its back? I think no one, because it is very furious, very dangerous, and it can eat the human. Yes, but in this poem we will see one another side of the tiger, what the tiger is saying. So this poem is about the animal tiger, and that is our national animal. So Scratching the Tiger's Back is a poem written by Keku N. Daruwala. Keki N. Daruwala. Keki N. Daruwala is a poet and short story writer who was born in Lahore, now in Pakistan. His poem has a winsome appeal and sensitivity. One characteristic feature of his poetry is a concern for nature. His collection of poems, The Keeper of the Dead, received the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1984. So today we are going to start the poem Scratching the Tiger's Back. So what is scratching? Scratching means to scrap or dig with the claws or nails. You ask your parents many times. Sometimes you do yourself also with your nails. You scratch your skin because some itching is there and you do that work. So see why the tiger is saying that scratching, ki come and scratch my back. Now let us start. First give a reading to our poem. Then we will explain it. Regrettably, the tiger is known for fierce attack. But there are days when the tiger says, come here and scratch my back. His mood vary with meals. At times the tiger is not charged with electricity. His blood isn't that hot. He feels so lazy that he lays. Stays put, doesn't go place. His stripes don't blaze. His skin doesn't glow. He feels so lazy that time, and the afternoon and the winter sun turn slow. That autumn evening, when for a moment brief, light throws the leaves, is itself black and gold, black shadow and the gold leaf. That evening, as the sun sinks, you will not think of him with fear, and even if you do, the tiger will be on the far bank, not here. That night, you will not dream of tigers. Next page. At a print of black daggers and gold daggers, and even if he does enter your dreams, he will do so softly, he will not charge, he will not barge into your sleep. And he will tell you is I am well because I lunched well. I too am made by God. I am a symbol. I am like you. Both good and evil dwell in me too. For good gold and for evil black. Tonight I will say nothing. You can scratch my back. You can scratch my back. And the writer, the poet is K.K.N. Daruwala. So let us see. First of all, let us see the rhyme scheme of the poem. Come on the first page. See. Let us read the first 4 lines and see the last word and then see what sound they are giving. Regrettably, the tiger is known for fierce attack. But there are days when the tiger says, "Come here and scratch my back." Is attack says back. Is attack says back. Is it is a sound, then attack it is B. Then says C, back, again the sound is B. So what is the rhyme scheme of the poem? A, B, C, B. What is the rhyme scheme? A, B, C, B. Okay, clear the rhyme scheme, clear? In rhyme scheme, we see the first 4 lines and then see what is the sound produced by the last letter, last word. It is attack, says back. So the sound is coming A, B, C, B. So it is the rhyme scheme of the poem. Now see, let us describe the poem. Regrettably, the tiger is known for fierce attack. This poet says he feels regret about the tiger. He feels very sorry. The tiger is known for fierce attack. Fierce means wild, fearful, violent. We all know that the tiger is very wild. He is very fearful. And he is very violent and he can attack any time. So it is the thing that we know about the tiger. And it is in our mind. It is in our heart that tiger is very wild and fearful and he will only attack. He will not do anything. He will come, he will attack us and he will kill us. Only this picture is in our heart, in our mind, but the poet feels very sorry for it. That it is a wrong picture, it is always not same. Always the things are not same. But there are days when the tiger says, "Come here and scratch my back." So the poet says that some days were there. Some days are there when the tiger says that please come to me and scratch my back, means dig my back with claws or nails. His mood vary with meals because his mood changes with the meal, means lunch, food he gets. If he is not hungry, then he calls people that come and scratch my back because he is feeling lazy at that time. He want to take rest. He want to enjoy the sleep. and he wants that somebody comes to him and scratch his back so that he can take rest, he can enjoy. So his mood vary with meals. But when the tiger is hungry, then it is very fierce. It is very wild, fearful, violent at that time. So his mood vary with meals. So the mood changes with the meals, with the food. At time the tiger is not charged with electricity. Means when the tiger is fed well, he is not hungry. At that time the tiger is not full of energy. His blood isn't that hot. Means he is not full of zeal, just energy. Means he is very much lazy. He feels so lazy that he lazes. Means at that time when the tiger is not hungry, he is very lazy and he want to lay, he want to sleep, he want to lie lazily. Stay put, doesn't go places. His stripes don't blaze, his skin doesn't glow. And at that time he doesn't go anywhere, he want to take rest. And the stripes on his body, they don't blaze, they don't burn like the fire. Blaze means shine, burn like the fire. So at that time when the tiger is not hungry, his stripes on the body, they do not blaze, they do not shine. His skin doesn't glow. The skin is also not shining, means he is feeling lazy at that time. He feels so lazy that time and the afternoon, and the winter sun turns slow. So he feels so lazy as in the afternoon. In the winter afternoon, the sun turns slow and slow, means losing its shine time to time as that it getting dark. That autumn evening, when for a moment brief, lighting through the leaves is itself black and gold, black shadow and gold leaf. So the poet explains that in the autumn evening, when for a moment brief means when lasting for a short time, means when it is going to dark, light throws the leaves is itself black and gold. Means when the light is falling on the tiger, it is looking black and gold, black shadow and gold leaf. The stripes are black on its body and the fur is yellow. So it is looking black and gold. That evening as the sun sinks, you will not think of him with fear. So the poet says कि when the tiger is fed well, he is not hungry. On that evening, if the sun sinks, means it is getting dark, you will not think of him with fear. So you will not think about the tiger with fear. And even if you do, the tiger will be on the far bank, not here. The poet says, but even then you are feeling afraid. You feel afraid about the tiger, of the tiger. Need not, because the tiger will be far away. He will not be here. That night you will not dream of tiger. So at that night, your dreams, you will not dream the tiger, means you will be free from the tiger. The dreams will not come of the tigers. Now come on the second page. Let us see. As a print of black dagger and a gold dagger. What is dagger? Dagger means very sharp knife. So as we think something sometimes about the dagger, a very sharp knife. Black dagger and gold dagger means black and black stripes are on the body of the tiger and the gold is its fur. So sometimes we think about that, and even it does not enter your dreams. But on that night, in that night, he will not enter to your dreams because the tiger is not hungry. And even if he does enter your dreams, but by chance, if it enters to your dream, he will do so softly, he will not charge. Slowly, he will come into your dreams. He will not charge, he will not get angry, he will not barge. Means he will not barge into your sleep. He will move clumsily, mean without making any noise. In a very soft way, he will come to your dreams. And he will tell you is I am well. And he will tell you, the tiger will tell you that I have launched well. I am well because I launched well. Today I have taken a very good meal, very good lunch. So I am quite well. I will not create trouble for anybody. I too am made by God. Means God is the creator of everything. I am also a creation of God. I am a symbol. I am like you. So I am also like you people. Both good and evil dwell in me too. Means good things and evil things both are into me, inside me. So for good gold and for evil black. For good people I am like gold, and for bad people I am black. Means I am a sign of danger for them. Tonight I will say nothing, you can scratch my back. And by chance the tiger has entered to your dreams, so he will say that tonight he will not trouble anybody. He won't just you scratch its back, his back. Means you give a soothing feeling to him. You scratch the back so that he can sleep peacefully, he can enjoy peacefully. So in this poem we find that tigers are known for their fierce attack, but the poem is totally different. When the tiger is fed, it is not hungry. It wanted that somebody come and help him and scratch its back so that he can sleep well, he can enjoy. He said that I am also a creature like you. The God has created me also. So please don't think I am bad. I am also like you. Both the things good and bad lives in me. I am bad for the bad people and good for the good one. So please cooperate me, help me, and let me sleep well. So it's enough for today. Tomorrow we shall discuss the exercise and word meaning of the poem. Okay? Bye students.